Hey everybody, how you doing? Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. How you doing? Your boy Tony from Cali. Once again, a beautiful day today. A lot of people are celebrating the Thanksgiving thing. I don't really do the Thanksgiving thing, but I will be eating some food today, keeping it real. We got some church's chicken we're gonna be eating today. We ain't thinking about the turkey, and we're not thinking about all this other celebrations and stuff or whatever. But if you're out there and you're still alive, that's the main thing. Being thankful for being alive every day. And be just thanking God for being alive, because a lot of people are not making it in this world. So that's what this is all about. I just want to say happy Thursday to everybody. Today is I think it's the 28th, somewhere around here. Yeah, it should be around the 28th, somewhere around there. So happy Thursday to everybody. Yeah, I mean, I know everybody's out there grubbing and doing their own thing, and spending time with family and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, I've been up since probably about 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, doing things, cleaning up, taking care of business, like always, because that's what I do. And then I decided to work on the 1997, what is that, tractor, okay, 1997 Pro, I can't even remember the name of it, Pro Power tractor from Kmart. Let's say that, Kmart, okay? That's how I'm keeping it real. So you know it's pretty old. 1997 Kmart, that was probably one of their best units at the time when it came out. And it's a tractor, lawnmower, all put together, whatever. And I just happened to luck out on it. I got a really good deal on it yesterday at Facebook Marketplace. And I was like, man, I got to go get this. And he had like a homemade trailer that went with it. You've seen the video. If you haven't seen it, check it out. And it was a lot of work. It was a lot of work getting it to my EV shop. I had to get it to the EV shop. And it was a lot of work getting it to the EV shop. You don't know what I had to go through, but I'm not going to go into the details. But it was a lot of work. So I had to go over there at 7 o'clock this morning, and I had to rearrange and organize and get it all in there nice and neat. It was crazy. And then also I had to take it apart. So I took it apart a little bit. I didn't take all of it apart yet. I got to clean it, take it apart. Had a lot of dirt underneath, of course, cobwebs and all kinds of stuff underneath. So I kind of flipped it over, cleaned it up. I haven't really cleaned it up yet, but I had to take the steering wheel off. And I had to take off the seat. I had to take the seat off and the steering wheel. And then we're going to go through it. And in the next couple of days, I'll probably be pulling the motor off. And maybe I'll do some video of that, showing you guys how I'm going to do that. I'm going to pull the motor off. Because what we're doing is, I posted today. Today is, once again, Bro Building. Still is Bro Building EV conversion. I posted a lot of guys that took lawnmowers and they converted them to electric. I'm not doing exactly what they're doing. Okay? I'm Tony from Cali. I'm always going to be doing something a little bit different. So my thing is to, it's going to be converted to electric, but it's going to be converted to electric with a different, how should I say, a gearing system. Okay, I don't know what we're going to use yet. We may change the whole rear axle out, and we may use a sprocket and a chain like a go-kart mode, because we're going to increase the speed on this thing. We're going to increase the speed on it. Tractors are not that, they don't go that very fast. I don't know how fast they go. Maybe, I don't know, 10 miles an hour, if that, even that. So we're going to change the speed on it, so it's going to go faster. I'm not trying to make it into a race more. A lot of the younger guys, they cut them and they make them lower and they make them into race mores, and you might have a thing going 50 miles an hour. I'm not really trying to do that. My goal is to make it into an urban commute mini electric vehicle, so it's going to be useful. In other words, I'm going to put like maybe, I'm thinking about like a container in the back where you can open it up, boom, and you can put your groceries in, that type of thing. You can drive it to the store, you can drive it inside the store, you can drive it around. So it's going to be like a mobility scooter. It's going to be like a mobility scooter, but it's going to have more speed. So it's not going to go 3 to 5 miles an hour to 8 miles an hour. It'll probably go at least 20 miles an hour, 20 to 30 miles an hour. And it's going to be able to carry all your equipment like a utility vehicle. They call it a UTV. An ATV is when you get on there and you're driving around and you're going over hills and you're doing all kinds of stuff. A UTV is utility vehicle. That's what UTV stands for. So a utility vehicle, it has maybe a bigger storage compartment in the back. You might have a 2-seater where 2 guys can be on it instead of 1 guy. That's what a utility vehicle is. So this is what this is going to be. More or less a utility vehicle, but a 1-person utility vehicle, okay? Sure, I could go out and I could do videos. I could carry video equipment. I could do what I need to do. Go and travel small just local events. I'm not trying to go 700 miles or nothing like that. This is like local events. If I need to go somewhere and it's maybe 20 minutes away or whatever. So that's what this vehicle is going to be. It's going to be based on. And so I started working on it this morning at 7 a.m. this morning. Yeah, I keep it real. My goal is sometimes to go and get the deal. If it's a good deal, go and jump on it, because if you don't jump on it, if you say, I'll wait till tomorrow, I'll wait till the next day. I told the guy, hey, I can pick it up another day. He was like, no, I'm not going to be here tomorrow because I got to do Thanksgiving. And the next day I said, well, maybe next day. He said, no, I'm doing Thanksgiving that day too. I said, well, okay, well, let me come get it now. So that's what I do. I just jump up and I'll just go and get something. And you seen I was looking kind of scroungy yesterday. I'm looking a little bit better today. I'm pretty sure. Your boy Tony from Cali tried to clean up a little bit. But yeah. So today, what we're going to talk about, got a package in. Bam. I got a package in. This came in the day before yesterday, I believe. Finally got it. This is the last piece of the puzzle. The last piece of the puzzle. Bam. I'm unboxing it. We're doing an unboxing video here. I want you guys to see this because people don't believe when I tell them I'm going to do something. Bam. That's it. This is the motor controller. Came from China. It's a motor controller encoder, programmable motor controller encoder, whatever you want to call it. This is the computer. This is the brains behind the system. Dang, this thing is heavy too. I forgot how heavy this thing is. It's pretty big. It doesn't look that big maybe on camera, but it's got a beefy heatsink. The heatsink is probably like a 1/2-inch block of aluminum or something. This thing is it's pretty heavy. It's actually pretty heavy. And then you got your main connector that plugs in right here, which is in the box, and it has all your cables coming out, a lot of cables coming out. This is your main cable that plugs in here, and this goes to also, did I drop that on the ground? Yeah, you got a Bluetooth dongle. This is your Bluetooth dongle right here that connects to your phone or your tablet so that you can adjust all the different parameters. Okay, it's programmable. This is a computer. This is basically a computer. So this is the ND72450, and I think it's capable of like 200 or 250 amps or something like that. It's a very good motor controller, and this thing was like 100. I got it, at the time Amazon was trying to sell this thing for like $288, and I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna spend $288, man. I didn't want to spend what I spent, so I spent $114 for this. I got $114, and with the Bluetooth, with the dongle, the cables, and everything, and I'm just happy to have this. This is the piece of the puzzle that I needed in order to operate the motor. We're going to show you the motor in a minute again. So this motor controller encoder, programmable encoder motor controller, ECU, whatever you want to call it. There's a lot of technical names for it. That is going to control the motor. Man, that motor's hecka heavy. This is the motor. This is the Kernray. The Kernray K5, I believe. This is K5? KR5. KR5V. This is the Kernray KR5V. I don't know why they put it upside down, but they put the label upside down on here. I don't even know if you can see it. I'm not going to answer the phone right now. So I'll have to call back. Sorry about that. Not going to answer the phone. So anyway, come on. One more ring. Okay. Oh man. People don't get the message. Okay. So that's the Kernray, whatever, KR5V motor that I'll pick it up one more time. This thing is heavy. This is going to go inside of the 1992 Geo Metro that I have at the EV shop, at the Bro Budget EV shop. Okay, if you've been watching my videos, this is a project still in the making, but I got all the components that I should have had a long time ago. But like I said, it just takes time because I had to get piece by piece. I bought the motor. I think I bought the motor first, and then I bought the accelerator pedal and all the other stuff. And don't worry about that. Come on. Here is the accelerator pedal. This was like 18 bucks. Here is the DKD digital display speedometer. It also tells you whether you're in drive, neutral, reverse. It tells you your amps and all that kind of stuff. This was like $36, I think, for this. So what I did is I bought all these different components at different times. They all came from China, of course. China makes everything, okay? So I'm keeping it real. This right here, like I said, 18 bucks, and it still has a Chinese labeling on there too. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, whatever. So that's the accelerator pedal, and then these are the other cables that I was kind of upset about the this is the gear switcher control right here, reverse, neutral, and drive. I didn't like the way they did this. I thought wires were going to be on here, so I got to make my own wires, and they gave me a harness to make my own wires, very similar to this wire. This right here, this is for the speedometer, but at least it's connected. This is the speedometer cables, and then I got to make my own wires for this. I didn't really expect that. I got this for 10 bucks, and that's probably why, you know. So those are the basic components, and then what I got, an RC remote. I've had this for a long time. I've had this for like maybe a year, 2 years. This is an RC remote because it is going to be remote control. Eventually, the car is going to be remote control. Yeah, don't ask me why. Just something to do, another little add-on to it. But the main thing is the key. This is the power to start the car instead of having a key. So you got your push button start, plus an alarm system built into it, plus your key fobs. So I'll be able to put an alarm on the car, you know. And you can start the car also with the key fobs. And then, of course, oh man, this is something else. This is, like I said, I got multiple projects. I bought this like a year ago. This is, I might as well talk about it. This is a Cybertron motor controller. Cybertron motor controller, ECU, whatever you want to call it. I don't know if this one's programmable or not. I don't think this one's programmable. It may be. Cybertron motor controller. This was like 70 bucks a long time ago. I bought this like 2 years ago. And this is for my robot. It was for the robot originally. The robot that I was building. And I decided that I'm going to put this on, instead of putting it on the robot, we're going to put this on my mom's wheelchair. I know it sounds crazy. My mom has a Jazzy 600 ES wheelchair. When she passed away, the wheelchair was given to me. So I got the wheelchair sitting over there right now. It's a red Jazzy E600 wheelchair. This motor controller is going to go on that. And the reason why is because I use the wheelchair sometimes, but we're going to convert it into a mini. We're going to make a mini car out of it. I know it sounds crazy. This is actually the diagram on how to hook it up and so forth. 2 motors, and it's on the back of like a little quick reference card, whatever. And what the motor controller will give me the ability to do is, yeah, that's why we bought this control. We bought these. I got a couple of these radios and stuff. I'll be able to control the wheelchair by remote control. Okay. Now, originally the robot was going to be using this remote control, or either, I mean, this transmitter or another transmitter. But I decided that, I think, did I bring the other transmitter over here today? Yeah, I did. I got another transmitter, a little cheap transmitter. Maybe I can show it to you. Well, it's just a hand transmitter with the little knob and everything. It's nothing fancy, and I think I got it really cheap. But I don't want to lose these cables either. These little wires right here, they go in there with the motor controller. So anyway, this motor controller, I call it Cybertron. The Cytron motor controller, made by Maker, I think it's MakerBot or something. RoboHead and Toe Technologies. What is it? Maker? It was MakerBot or something like that. Okay. So this motor controller will give me the ability to control the wheelchair by remote, and it's going to be pretty cool. Now, the transmitter, which is one of those little handheld transmitters with the knob and everything, like you do the RC cars, that's going to be taken apart, and that's going to be built into my PlayStation. I got a PlayStation steering wheel thing with the gas pedal. It's going to be built into that. So I got to take that controller apart, build it into the build it into the steering wheel system, or whatever you want to call it. It's a steering wheel controller. After I build it into the steering wheel controller, then I'm going to buy the stand. The stand is like 45 bucks. Probably order that later because I don't have any more money right now. I'm keeping it real. Boys, I wish I could have ordered it now. I think they had a good deal on it too for Black Friday, but whatever, I don't care about that. So it's going to be on a stand, and the stand is actually going to be connected to the wheelchair. So you got the stand, and it's kind of it stands out a little bit. I gotta build a foot plate, so it's gonna be like a foot plate, and then the stand comes up, and then the steering wheel sits in front, so it turns the wheelchair into like a little car. It turns the wheelchair into like a mobility scooter. Okay, instead of being with the wheelchair with the little joystick going down the street, looking like a little handicap mug,